Hi, and welcome to the Scrapping Studio. My name is Tracy Walker, Independent Creative Memories Advisor, and I live in Des Moines, Iowa. And welcome to Sketch Sunday, Episode 2. Today, and if you haven't watched Episode 1, it's available on my YouTube channel. Just go back and watch that. Today, the next sketch that we're going to work on, it's coming from the 52 Scrapbooking Project Recipes that was available last year as a free gift with purchase during Creative Memories birthday. I do have a few extra ones if you're interested. Send me a message about getting one. But it comes with 52 project recipes, so you have 104 pages completed and 335 plus photos. So each page, and today we're going to be doing project recipe 4, which originally was Vivid Melody's Butterscotch Collection, and we're going to use a different collection today. But each of the project recipes has what it could look like, how it's laid out, and how to cut. Now, these are, I would say, guidelines. You don't have to follow everything directly, as I'm going to show you today, because I have a bunch of mat cards that I want to use up. So we're going to be using mat cards for our mats instead of cutting up more paper. So today's collection is Sunflower Fields. The paper is sold out, but the mat and the sunflower stickers are still available. And I did pull out some of the coordinating cardstock just in case I need it. I don't think I will. For that, when doing these project guides, this one says you'll need 3 designer papers. I am not going to, this is mats, so anywhere it says mats, we're not going to use. So you do need to pick base pages, and I'm picking these brown, and I just have to decide which way I want my chevrons going. I like it this way. So we're going to use the brown, and then the back side is really pretty too. But we're going to use the brown as the base pages. And then designer paper number 1 is going, so part of it, so I picked two different ones. So what we'll do is we'll use this paper for A and C, and we're going to use this paper for B and D, because like I didn't like the flip sides on them, but I really like these together because there is this eggplant purple color that's in here is in these flowers as well, and I really liked that a lot better. And then across the bottom, which is going to be designer paper 2, we are going to use this yellow paper. And and this is I and J, and then it has a border so it's a border, and then they used a border punch. Today I am going to use, and I saw someone else use this, and it looked kind of reminded me of sunshine. Is this new punch from Creative Memories, the slide wheels. Now I always think, oh, I'll remember these, and then I forget. But this was launched with a Noteworthy Days collection that came out at the beginning of the year. And I'm trying to scroll down my computer right now to tell you the right name. Oh, I don't have it listed anymore. I know it's out of stock and it is coming back, but they have this one, and then as well the cyclic circles. And I'm using the punch of the circles as part of that. So we'll see how that goes. We may need some cardstock to put and cut some circles around that. And I have directions for that. So let's get started and go back to, I'm going to put this paper aside and get my trimmer out. So the bigger sheets, so A and C are 3 by 11. So first I'm going to cut just an inch off, so then I have a whole inch strip. There we go. This doesn't feel like it was cutting. Okay. So then now we need a 3 by 11, and then we'll get a 6 by 11. I got some adhesive on there. All right, so we have those done, and this is a scrap. And then the next one, we are going to, I'm just going to do a 2, a 1, and then a 2, and then cut an inch off. There's 1, and then a 2. So then we still have a full size sheet. And then we're going to cut an inch off of each one. Then we have a littler scrap that we may or may not use. Okay. And then cut an inch off of this one. And then we got that. All right. So then we got those cut. So now this one, now I know for this, when it's punched out, it's going to be bigger than 1 inch. So let's punch this out first, and then we'll go from there. So it lays flat, and then I'm going to line it up here, and we're going to punch out 2 of these. And we just hold it and line it up with the blue and then the little triangle at the bottom. And then you just go around and punch. Sometimes I feel like I go faster when I'm not on camera. And then I'm going to flip it around, and then I'm going to move the debris so it doesn't back up in there. And then just do the same thing again. And then we can decide which side we're going trim these off and see how wide they are. So then we know. Originally, this was done with Sunshine Arches Border Maker cartridge, but like I said, I saw someone use this and kind of remind me a little bit of Sunshine. All right. And that makes lots of fun confetti that you will have to vacuum up later. My trash. Okay, we're done with that one. I'm going to put that aside. And then we need to just trim off a little bit on each one, because it kind of leaves the, it cuts the triangle into the paper. So to make it straight again, I'm going to do that. Oh, now my cat's goose is out there meowing again. Okay, so let's measure how wide these are. So these are it looks like they're about an inch, just an inch and a quarter. So let's see here. So if that's an inch and a quarter, and so I might do an inch. That's an inch and a quarter. Let's try inch and a half and see. Let's see how an inch and a half looks on there. If that's enough space. Actually, that works. All right, so we're going to do inch and a half. So inch and a half for each one of those strips at the bottom. And then I need to decide, and let's just start putting it together, and then we'll decide on this other part that I'm thinking of. All right, so we are not cutting the mats because at this moment, because we're going to try and use mat cards for mats. So let's go back to this. I'm going to put my that aside, and we're going to put those out and put my camera back up on my computer so I can make sure it's still doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, so I need one here. So, all right. So it looks like, okay, so that's budded there, and that's there. My mat's lined up. So it says, doesn't say, so it looks like, just to kind of make it, these are butted up against here. It doesn't say how many inches on each side, but we're gonna dry fit this. Kind of looks like about a half an inch from the top and the bottom. And do that. And then put this aside a minute. And then this shows just a little bit. And that goes on top. I really like this. It's turned out really pretty. All right, and then I have to go back and trim that a little bit. All right, and trim this one too. All right, so this is how we have it so far. And couple ideas come to mind. One I have, and I'm pretty sure I have some more that I can find, is, let's just take out all of these. Might put use these on here. I'm gonna pull them off of, let's see, what other ones do I got? I'm gonna see if I'll have to done every other like that. Let's see. I'm like not loving these green ones very much. Might just, okay, take the green one off. And I have, looks like I have just enough. Okay, so skip one. But really I need this, this, this. I have more of these, so that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. Okay, so then this one is going to be the same way. That goes there. That goes there. Oh, I might have to find, I know I have more in a box. Is it in this box? I sure do have more in this box. And then I'll put these back up on. Thing is it, does it blend, do these blend in too much is the next question. So let's get rid of the trash part, because I feel like these kind of blend in. So the next question is do I punch out some circles, or let's flip this, like do this and then flip this, and then still kind of, I really like the sunflowers, but I feel like they're just getting too lost in the in there, and I like it this way. So maybe we'll have to use the sunflower somewhere else, which is just fine for that. So we could cut, I was thinking cutting a bunch of circles in this, in the eggplant color, and putting them on there. So let's get these adhered down. And we're going to go a 1/2 inch from the top and the bottom. And I am using repositionable adhesive. It's just what I have in front of me right now. I do like both, but sometimes when I'm unsure about my layout, this makes it easier for me to pull it up and move things around without it doesn't damage the paper. Okay, got that. I do like both sides of these paper. I just love the sunflowers. All right. So we're going to do this side and we're going to come up 3/4 of an inch. So there's a little bit showing, but not a lot. And I'll do the same thing on this side. So then I love this mat just because then it helps me get it even on both sides. All right, so I have that. And then, so the next question is we leave it like this. And I like the yellow popping through, so I'm okay with that. Let's run some tape runner adhesive down there and put this in the center. Other one. It just runs down it so smoothly and so quickly. All right. And I feel like this one's a little crooked. The cat is very upset I locked him out. Okay. So the next question is we have a couple options. We can use this cyclical and get out a piece of 2 options. We could use this, the extra purple paper that I have. And that, let's get a piece of eggplant out and just compare. Because that is the coordinating cardstock. Or this. Oh, maybe this is not eggplant. This might be purple. Okay. I am not going to. I'm going to use this though. Because I really like this color. So hopefully we can get enough out of both sides. Do I have any other purple sheets? I do have a different color purple. Orange, orange, orange. Okay, we're going to roll the dice and see if we can get enough circles out of this to we might have to get creative if how many we can get out of these sheets, and then might have to trim it and then see if we can get that straight. All right, so let's put this aside and see. Yeah, I really like that on there. Now that just covers it up, so we're not going to use those at all. Okay, so let's get these on here and make sure you're still in my camera. And just move these down here like that. See what else we got left. I think I have enough where I could like kind of do it as like a punch, and I'll show you that here in a second. I really love this purple. No, it's just a really interesting, fun color. All right, let's move this out of the way for the moment and see where we're at and how many, oops, more do I need. I'm just putting a little bit of repo on each one. And then someone said this the other day, like these little punch outs that are like V's. Someone said they kind of look like birds in the sky, like when they're really, really far away. When we like draw in elementary school, we used to draw our birds with V's in the sky because that's what they look like for that. So there's an idea for you if you want to, have a bird one. Oh, wait, I think we're going to make it. Oh, we even have one extra or a couple extra. We made it with two to spare. And I could cut this and use it for something else. All right, let's get the bird confetti or bird poop. No, some people call this punch poop. All right, let's get this back the way it should be. And I really, really like that. Okay, so we don't need the border maker anymore. We are all done with that. Let's go back to our sketch. So now we're down to mats and embellishments. Okay, so the mats they have are for 4x6 photos. And it's kind of, and one of them is a title. So let's kind of look at, because this could be cut, that could be cut to a 4x4. I like that green. There's this happy moments going that way or this way. I still kind of like the green. And then another thing I thought of is we fussy cut around the flower and put him somewhere. So let's keep that. All right, so let's look at the mats that we could possibly use. So this calls for, and I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay, so if that's a 4x4 and then this is here, you can do that, or I don't know, I think I like it this way. It's already brown. So we could here have two 3x4s. And then, let's see here. I have two 3x4s. That's a 4x6. No, do that side. And that up here, there is a 4x4. So we gotta find something that would allow a 4x4. Let's see. Let's get rid of the ones we definitely don't want to use. We may have to end up cutting something for a 4x4 because these are like mat cards on both sides. That's really pretty. That orange. I know that's not going to be, we could still fit that there and that be a 4x6. And then we'd still need a 4x4. We already have the yellow, the green. There's this orange. So then we could have orange on both sides. So we still could do like a 4x6, two 3x4s, a 4x6, and then oh, we still need, does not work. We could do that across from each other. So then we've got, and I feel like moving those around for that. Okay, so I did pull out, and now what did I do with them? I know I pulled them out. I can pull out more. It's not a big deal. Some mat cards. Let's see, here they are. Just some, the Create Memories has these mat cards that can help you with visualizing, and we'll trim that. And then this one can be here. Instead of the 4x4s, you could have two 3x4s, and you could change one to a different color. Like you could have one purple like that, and then I need some more 4x6 mats. They come in this file folder that hold 4x6 photos. But I just put them all in there, and then when I need one, I just pull it out for that. So then now you've got room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photos. You could, if you needed more, you could do another 3x4 up here instead of there. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere these down, but then we'll trim them so they're not so wide. So what I usually do is it's probably like 1/4 of an inch on each one, just like that. So it's not a huge reveal. And then we'll do, I almost feel like put that up there and put this here so they're not directly the same across from each other. Then we've got the orange on both sides, green on both sides, and yellow on both sides. We also, we have the purple as well for that. So let's get this one adhered down. And this one, just the way it is, we'll have to put it right in the kind of in the middle, and then just trim off a little bit off of each end. And then this one, I guess I'm just going to leave it yellow. And then we'll just, I just have to kind of put it such that it covers the white. Oh, the white's coming up, showing up on that part. I'm going to put it to the side so then I can see what the reveal looks like on each side. And then turn it to this side. And there we go. All right. And then this one, I'm trying to decide, do I leave it like it is and trim it? I don't know. We'll leave it like it is for now. So I'm going to get my trimmer out, and I'm just going to cut a little bit off of each end, and then I'm going to save these. I like to save them at, so I can make border scrap borders. So basically I just use all these and mount them on white paper and make borders out of them. So I save those. All right, and let's cut this side. If you haven't seen them, let's see. I did one in Sun Soaked with turtles. I've done one with that. Go back and look at those, and just trimming off like 1/4 of an inch off of each one. And I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm like, I can tell where it needs to be. And then put those there. And then these curl up a little bit. All right. So I can, that one I'll have to move over a little, and this one I'll have to take a little bit more off the bottom. All right, this one needs to be readjusted slightly so that I don't have, so I have about the same reveal. And this tiny bit off of that one. Okay. So then we have like those. And then I'm going to throw my scraps up there. All right, so let's kind of go back and look at our sketch for placement. So they have here, kind of here and here. All right, get those put down. I'm going to put a little bit of repo on this right now, just in case we decide to come back and trim something off. All right, so this side, and so what's nice about having it lined up on the mats, then I can try to get it as evenly across from each other as I can. And let's see, did I have, I'm gonna switch those around and then put these in. Tilt those just like that. And then I'm trying to decide, like, I could move this one down and fussy cut this out, or maybe I just won't do anything with that right now. With that, but I do have stickers. Put this away. Let's see what the stickers have before. Oh, we've got some, not very many. We may have to do some fussy cutting. Okay, they don't have that much on there. So, I mean, they went very, very simple. So, we can do the same thing. We could put, I'm going to put some foam on that. So then I can tuck pictures behind it if I need to. And I'm just using foam tape. And then I put it on my sweater to de-stickify it. I do have, and I'm going to put this kind of off down so that it's got some space behind it to tuck those. All right, and then let's see, what else do they have in there? They've got their 1, 2, 3. So we got 1, 2, 3. So, wonder if put this here. Hmm. That one there. Let's see what other ones I got. I got this one. Put a foam square on. Do I like that one or do I like Sun Kissed? And then do I add? No, I don't think that looks right. Let's see what other. These. Let's see. We did Sun Kissed. And then these kind of. I'm trying to get these to stick to each other and not my fingers anymore. It's not. Okay. Do that. All right. We've kind of got. I'm going to stick this little guy down here for that. And this one, I don't want to. I could always just pull that up too. All right, for that. And then see if actually put something like that right there. That can balance with that. I'm going to use this guy because I already kind of just pulled him up. So I'm kind of committed to using him. All right. Put that there. It's kind of using what you got kind of moment for that. And that looks crooked now. I want it down there. I don't know why I keep fussing with this. Okay, that's there. It's like I'm getting heavy on those, but I feel like I need I do not like that. Then I can go back to, do I fussy cut this guy out and put him like right there? Or does that get to be like way too much? No, I think less is more. All right, so let's get the sketch back out. So this is the sketch for Project Recipe 4, which was Vivid Melody Butterscotch Collection. And so we kind of like in the beginning, I did it a little bit different. I did not cut mat cards because I use the mat cards from this collection. And then the border punch, I use the inside circles of the cyclical punch plus the slide, this wheel punch that comes from Noteworthy Days. And I wish I could remember the name of it right now. And I think I already put the box in the trash. Because I put them in my collection, so I don't keep my boxes. So, and then for designer paper one, we use two different sheets. So we use this purple and these sunflowers. And then we used designer paper two is the yellow with the reverse. And then we used the purple again, punching out from the cyclical border maker punch and putting those on there. Now there is, another thing I could do is I have these little gems if I wanted to add them. I don't know. There they go. These are Stampin' Up. These are not Creative Memories. But I could go, I don't like that color in there. And some of these are really, really, I love using jewels like this, but some of them are just not. I prefer when they're flatter just because they'll work out better. I don't really, this is all I have. So I don't see anything I really, really like unless, and I may not have enough, is, something like that. You could put some bling on there as well. So, but what I might end up doing is trying to put this back on here. It's fighting me. It like does not, but I could do is just add some up here like this. And I should have got my tool out to help me with that. Just do that. These are like gemstones that come from, and I got these from Stampin' Up for that. It gives it a little pretty bling without too much for that. So thank you for joining me today for episode number 2 of Sketch Sunday. I have marked off the next one is going to be a little more intricate, and it is Project Recipe 9. This was originally done with the Birthday Bonanza collection. Not sure what paper I'm going to use with that, but my goal is to go into my stash and find papers that I have partial collections of that I just haven't, that I made a page for whatever reason and didn't use the rest of. So I want to start using up these paper and getting those used up and getting some pictures on here as well. So thanks again for joining me. My name is Tracy Walker, Independent Creative Memories Advisor in Des Moines, Iowa. I do hold 7 events a year. If you want to join me, you can get on my mailing list, and I would love for you to join me. 3 of them are 3-day weekend events. My January one is coming up in a couple of weeks, and then the next one would be beginning of March, where hopefully the weather will be a little bit warmer than it is right now. But you never know with Iowa. They always say wait 20 minutes and the weather will be completely different. It could be snowing, it could be storming, it could be anything else. So thanks again for joining me and have a great Sunday.